Elite Facts presents
7 gold diggers who made millions from their partners.
7.
Kimora Lee Simmons. So for those of you who don't know about Kimora Lee Simmons, she's married to one of the most famous, and one of the richest for that matter, hip-hop stars in the industry, Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons famously founded world-renowned hip-hop record label Def Jam Records and owns several other companies outside of the music industry. Now, although Kimora Lee Simmons didn't take all his money after the divorce, during the divorce hearings, she did come out more profitable than one would imagine. She took over his fashion label empire, Phat Farm, that's fat with a PH, and continues to run the company to this day. In fact, she even went out of her way to create a reality TV show revolving around her new CEO position, because that's apparently entertainment now. Basically, a very creative way of making the most out of divorcing your very successful husband. She's now married to an investment banker.
6.
Heather Mills. Heather Mills was born in Aldershot, Hampshire, to John Mills, a former British paratrooper, and his wife, Beatrice Mills, who was the daughter of a colonel in the British Army. Mills came to public attention once again in 1993 after she horrifically collided with a police motorcycle in the center of London. The accident was so severe that it resulted in the amputation of her left leg below the knee. She was awarded £200,000, or $260,684 current US dollars, by the police authority as recompense for her injuries, even though the police motorcyclist P.C. Osborne was later cleared by magistrates of driving without due care and attention. Although she kept selling the story to the newspapers, she used the settlement money to set up the Heather Mills Health Trust, which delivers prosthetic limbs to people, particularly children, who have lost limbs after stepping on landmines. So as horrible as it sounds, something good did come out of it, as she did set up a health trust to benefit those in need, so she should be commended for that. Mills would eventually cross paths with Paul McCartney during the Pride of British Awards event in April 1999, which McCartney had attended to present an award to an animal rights activist. McCartney then helped Heather and her sister with their song that they had recorded in an effort to raise more funds for their charity. Mills and McCartney were married on June 11, 2002, 4 years after McCartney's first wife had died of breast cancer. Following her 6-year-long marriage to music legend Paul McCartney, Heather Mills decided it was time to divorce him. During the divorce settlement, she claimed physical and emotional abuse while demanding $250 million as compensation. The judge didn't deem her entitled to nearly that much. Even her own publicist cited her as a gold digger. That should say something about her if her own publicist is giving her a bad name.
5.
Kim Kardashian. We still have no idea what she is famous for. Sure, she's married to Kanye West and is the daughter of a famous American attorney and O.J. Simpson buddy, Robert Kardashian, but what does she do to warrant her fame? Well, never mind, that's a subject for another time. Kimberly Noel Kardashian was born in Los Angeles, California on October 21, 1980, to parents Robert and Kris Kardashian. But after their divorce, her mother Kris got remarried to the 1976 Summer Olympics decathlon winner Bruce Jenner in 1991. When Kim turned 19, she would quickly elope with her boyfriend, music producer Damon Thomas. The couple was married for 3 years, but Thomas filed for their divorce in 2003. Strangely enough, Kardashian later credited their separation to physical and emotional abuse on his part. Before their divorce was finalized, she began dating singer, songwriter, record producer, and actor William Ray Norwood Jr., better known as Ray J. This turbulent relationship became something of a starting point for Kim, as in February of 2007, a sex tape made by Kardashian and Ray J in 2003 was leaked by Vivid Entertainment. She filed a lawsuit against Vivid Entertainment, who distributed the film with a strangely prophetic title, Kim K Superstar. Eventually, Kim would drop the lawsuit and settle for $5 million. You'd think that would be the end of her gold-digging escapades, but that was only the start, as she would then start dating several other musicians and athletes. She even had a short-lived marriage with married NBA player Kris Humphries. The couple split less than 3 months later so she could begin dating rapper Kanye West. Surprisingly, this relationship has lasted much longer than all of her previous ones, so maybe she's finally calmed down. However, that's not really for us to say now, is it?
4.
Kevin Federline. What, did you think gold digging was just for women? No, of course not. Just take this sorry excuse for a celebrity as an example. Kevin Federline. So back in 2004, K-Fed was married to Shar Jackson. All the time, the two were expecting their second child. K-Fed soon ditched her when he landed a gig as one of Britney Spears' backup dancers. When he saw a romantic opportunity with Britney, Kevin quickly separated from his wife just days after she gave birth to his second child and started dating the pop princess. 3 months later, Kevin and Britney were married in what was a completely rushed and awkward ceremony. Within 2 years, Kevin and Britney had conceived two, and we do apologize for this, completely doomed children together. Not long after Britney filed for a divorce. As expected, Kevin got sole custody of the kids because at the time of the divorce, Britney wasn't exactly the most mentally stable person on the planet. So Britney was ordered to pay Kevin $20,000 a month in child support. That should be just enough to get him a few more stupid-looking gold chains, a new ride, and a babysitter, which he would probably then latch onto.
3,
Anna Nicole Smith. Before her widespread fame, the then 24-year-old Anna Nicole Smith was working as a stripper in Texas when she met 87-year-old oil tycoon J. Howard Marshall. Now, despite their staggering 63-year age difference, Anna somehow magically fell in love with Howard, and soon the two were married. For all we know, their relationship could be genuine. However, you have to admit that it's a bit weird that she'd marry someone who's 60-plus years older than her and marry on such short notice, but that's not really for us to say. Anyway, Howard died 13 months later, but didn't leave any money to Anna in his will. So Anna went to court against Howard's son in an effort to snag a piece of his $1.6 billion estate. What was it we just said? That she might have actually loved him? Forget we said that. One judge initially awarded her with $500 million, and then another judge said she was entitled to nothing. This case took place over the course of a decade. It was such a large case that it ended up reaching the Supreme Court. Before any deal could be struck or any decision could be made, Anna died of a drug overdose at the age of 39 before she could see the end of the debacle. Her only living heir, Danny Lynn Burkhead, will inherit her mother's $10 million estate when she turns 18 in 2024.
2,
Rossano Rubicondi. Once again, we have a male entry onto this list. Ivana Trump is no stranger to gold digging, but she was also the subject of a particularly strong gold digger herself. Back in 2008, Ivana married a man by the name of Rossano Rubicondi. Rubicondi was 24 years younger than her. Unfortunately for her, it was all an elaborate ruse. Rubicondi had come up with a brilliant plan to launch his career and sleep with a bunch of women. All he had to do was marry a millionaire and pop up on a bunch of shows. And that's exactly what he did. Right after Trump and Rossano tied the knot, he was off to the races, appearing on an Italian reality program and getting the recognition he so desperately craved. Ivana wasn't exactly happy with her husband's escapades and was even more annoyed to find out that she was only being used to launch his career, especially after spending $3 million on a sham wedding.
1,
Alfonso Diaz. So back in 2011, Cayetana Fitz James Stewart, the 18th Duchess of Alba, got hitched to Alfonso Diaz. Now, here's the thing. Much like the Anna Nicole Smith situation, at first glance, this relationship would look incredibly awkward. Cayetana Fitz James Stewart was 85 years old and was the heir to a massive fortune. On top of all this, she was the recipient of several botched plastic surgeries that left her disfigured. Alfonso claims that his affections for the eccentric Stewart are completely genuine and have nothing to do with her estimated $4.7 billion net worth, which we might think was true if not for the fact that he quit his job and now lives like an aristocrat. Now, in all fairness, the Duchess did sign over the majority of her wealth to her family, and Alfonso did give up the rights to Stewart's estate. The question here, however, is how will everyone's opinion change when the Duchess of Alba eventually passes away? If Diaz isn't a gold digger, then he has something more valuable than money itself. He has a heart made of solid 24-karat gold. And we're terribly sorry for that cheesy pun at the end there. And that's our list. Did we leave any gold diggers out that you know about? Let us know in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.